back. We've got 15 minutes left to go until the close. Boeing out with its July delivery numbers today. Not a pretty picture. Phil LeBeau has the details. Phil.
And not a lot of surprises, Morgan. We did not expect them to announce any new firm orders for the 737 MAX, and that, in fact, was the case. When they announced their orders, it is the fifth straight month that Boeing has not recorded a single new order for the 737 MAX. In terms of overall orders, I think they had 31 in terms of commercial orders for the month. And in terms of cancellations, the good news is that there were 0 MAX cancellations. I get this question a lot. Where's the backlog between Boeing and Airbus? Boeing has not seen a drop in its backlog. In fact, it actually grew by 12 airplanes in the month of July. It stands at just over 5,500 planes. Airbus is just under 7,200 planes. And in terms of July deliveries, big difference, though. Boeing delivered 19 commercial airplanes. As you take a look at shares of Boeing versus Airbus, Airbus, on the other hand, delivered 67 commercial airplanes. Guys, back to you.
Phil, that 7,200 backlog for Airbus, is that a record high, or have we seen it go higher in the past?
No, it's been higher. It's been higher. You go back to a year ago, it was about 7,450. Look, these guys are completely maxed out, both in, not to play off of that word, both in terms of Boeing as well as with Airbus, which is why you always hear people say, well, why don't airlines just cancel their order for the MAX and go over to Airbus? They can't just go over to Airbus. They're going to be at the end of the line. And if you wanted an A320 right now or an A321neo, you're waiting several years. Sure, you might move up a little bit, but you're not going to get it right away.
Phil LeBeau, thank you. Stephen, what do you think of Boeing right now? I mean, the stock is fractionally higher. Is this just a situation where there's no surprises and thus that's seen as good news?
So I own Boeing. I bought a little this morning and I said, what am I, an idiot? They're going to announce numbers that aren't going to surprise to the upside. If anything, it'll be to the downside at 11. So I sold it. Everybody makes mistakes. Lately, I'm making more than most. Look, I still think you want to own the stock. The question is, how much longer are you going to wait to get paid? Clearly, it's not going to be this year. We have a new head of the FAA. He's going to take a fresh look at it. That may extend it, may not. Right now, the companies are holding on to the November 3rd date. That's what the airlines have said. So I like it. Can it go lower? Absolutely can go lower. I've been wrong before. Could very much break 300. But as I look out a year, 2 years, 3 years, it's a two-horse race. It's Boeing and it's Airbus. Now, the danger is, of course, that they, like Apple, are ground zero for the China tariff wars. They say we're not buying any more Airbus, any more Boeing. What are you going to do, fly China Airlines? They crash, the planes they make, more often than a MAX.
How many more lives do you think Muhlenberg and the management team have?
That's a great question. I wouldn't like to see change now. Going forward, maybe after this is done, but I don't necessarily think that it's Muhlenberg's fault. It wasn't that long ago. He was regarded as just an incredible CEO. These things happen, unfortunately. The way they handled it could have been better. I mean, after the first plane went down, we're all saying, why are they still flying these things? So that was a major, major mistake. So we don't know what the impact will be in terms of what they have to pay the airlines to make good on it, but that's going to be, a non-cash charge.